Rockabye, baby. What's going on, everybody? It's Friday night, May 1st. Welcome to this breakfast soup edition of the Don Tony Show. Very special episode. I am Don Tony, as always, and joined along with me is...
Anthony Missionary Thomas.
What's going on, man?
Not much. Kind of hyped up for this. I mean, we've been talking about this big day for a while now.
Yeah.
It got robbed. We got robbed because we were supposed to do it. I think we were originally planning on doing it for C2E2, and that got rubbed out.
Yes.
And then we planned on doing it for WrestleMania, and that got shut down. So,
yeah, kind of sucks, but hey, you know, we got a pretty good occasion. Hey, you know, I'm on YouTube for about 3 months, a little over 3 months. Blew past 10,000 subscribers. Now I'm going for 20,000 by the end of the year, and we'll see where that goes. So we figured tonight, why don't we celebrate 10,000 subscribers here on YouTube? And we decided tonight's the night we brutalize our bodies by doing the one chip challenge. Is it Pakwi? Is that how it's pronounced? Or Pakai?
Packy.
Packy? Well, Packy has been, really into the fact that we're doing this. You know, gave me a little bit of words of encouragement, you know, gave me a couple of pieces of advice. And I'm like, all right, you know, I'll have fun with it. We'll see where it goes. Now, I will admit that, I'm a little concerned because I had diverticulitis surgery a little over a year ago. I had my gallbladder taken out last year, and I'm on keto. So I think the only thing that'll be good about all of this is because I'm on keto, if I eat like really creamy ice cream tonight, my body's used to it. So that really won't bother me all that much. But I tell you, it's gonna be a really interesting show without a doubt.
I've already gotten a sneak peek at it because I think when I first got the Packy chips delivered, they were broken. So I had some live on the air.
Right.
So I already know what to expect on a lower level. I know what this is going to feel like. You are going into this with absolutely no concept of how this is going to turn out.
I have no idea. Now, I want to make this clear. Mish has 2 chips. I don't want anybody to think that he ate a piece already. Yeah.
1.5. I have 1.5 chips.
Right, 1.5. But I'm saying you still got a sealed package. So,
yeah.
Did you prepare yourself with gloves?
No, I'm just going to fucking eat it. I'll lick my fingers afterwards. I don't care, dude.
Well, you know, it was actually Mike, who is one of our listeners, and he told me, he's like, DT, I always see you rubbing your head and your eyes and your nose when you're doing the show like this. You know, you better wear gloves when you put this chip in your mouth, because if you got some of those remnants on your hands and you start rubbing your eyes and stuff like that, I mean, it's the same strength as pepper spray. But Robert Swanson.
That's a bad idea.
Yeah.
Because I got Purell in the other room. That's not actually a bad idea. Put a little Purell on your hands once you eat these things.
Well, I actually brought something in here. And before I even show you, Bob O'Mac sent us a nice super chat. Rest in peace, Mish's phone. What happened to your phone?
It was making noises last night, so I whipped it up against the wall, concrete wall. You know.
Oh, boy.
That's how people turn off their phone from. So,
Well, I tell you, man, it's going to be a fun show. Yeah. Just to let everybody know, we plan on being done tonight by 11:30 Eastern. We're going to go about an hour right now to talk about, you know, some wrestling stuff, you know, continue our discussion about Velveteen Dream. I did not have time Wednesday to get into Jim Cornette's comments on the situation, which are very weird in my opinion. And just so everybody knows, Wednesday I ended up suffering a really severe migraine headache where I didn't even go to work Thursday. Beginning of the show Wednesday, I started getting a headache. And people go back and look at the video. Oh, shit. What the fuck? Did you hear that? Yeah, oh, my God. That scared the shit out of me. You know what it is?
I'm not saying anything, so how can you vacuum me?
Oh, my God. You know what that was? I got the balloon machine. And I haven't set up the balloon machine yet, and the balloon is supposed to go off like when Super Chats go over like $19 or $20, you know, make it high. And it just, you know, the super chat will trigger the balloon blowing up. But it's supposed to like give me time to like go over there and pull it and show everybody what the perverted message says and everything. And
wait. You have a balloon machine that directly interacts with YouTube?
I swear to God. You know what? I promise if somebody wants to do this, I promise I will PayPal you the money back tomorrow. Let me just do this really quick. Hold on. Oh, you know what? It's not going to work. It's not going to work. What happened was Coffee Brooklyn sent a super chat message. And what's supposed to happen is when it goes over a certain amount, it triggers the balloon machine to blow up a balloon. And all my balloons have perverted messages on there. You know, and what happened was when he sent the message, I must have made a mistake with the amount. So it started triggering the balloon, and I didn't have time to like go back there and grab it, and the thing exploded just now. Hey, you know, I'm just trying to come up with things, you know, to be fun. Hey, I even got these things in the background. I don't know if anybody could see these, but I even got those streamers in the background. So when someone donates like, I don't know, maybe like $50, we blow off one of these things. Come on, tell me that's not cool. Now I got fucking paper everywhere. Oh man, you have no idea what I just did. Oh, this sucks. This is not good. But we might have to make that a little bit higher. I got glitter all over me. Oh man, I'm trying to have fun with this, you know, just make it a little bit more entertaining, you know, just poke fun and goof a little bit. You know, but apparently there's a couple of kinks in the machine right now that I have to tweak. So,
no, it's unique, man. I can honestly say I've never seen anybody do that. So.
Yeah, but you didn't see this one. I'm not going to blow it up. If you thought that one was crazy, I got these Mama Jammas. This is like 10 times the paper as the other ones. So those are going to be like $100 things and stuff like that. But I swear to God, I got to take a picture of this later to show everybody the level of paper that is like everywhere right now. It's just like everywhere. Holy shit. I got it in my glasses. I sound like Vince. My eyes, the ears. Ah! Oh, I should have never blew that up. Oh, man. This is not good. So we're going to talk about Velveteen Dream. We're going to talk about what Cornette said. Smackdown tonight, to be honest with everyone. A little bit Shangada, to be honest with you. You know, one question. Aramis wants to know, do we have milk? Do you have milk?
No.
You're just going in and dry, right?
I got water. I got tea. I got a little Mountain Dew if I have to. You know,
oh man,
milk is cheating. If you drink milk, you're kind of cheating
because
then you're not experiencing the full 2 million skull bills.
No, well, you're supposed to like see who could hold out the most, but then you're encouraged to have some things because it's very painful. And not only that, once the burn goes away in your mouth, that's where the stomach takes over, and the milk and the stuff like that's supposed to help coat your stomach a little bit. But I have ice cream inside. About 5-10 minutes before we do this thing, I'm going to run inside, grab my giant thing of water. I don't have milk because I'm on keto and milk has sugar. I have almond milk, but there's some famous celebrity who's lactose intolerant. I don't remember his name. He's a black guy, but and that's the only way I could describe him. He was like, I only have almond milk because I'm lactose intolerant. And he started drinking and it did nothing for him. So I'm not even going to attempt the almond milk. Oh, man. So New Jack City. I figured I'd pay a little tribute to New Jack City tonight. But, you know, SmackDown today, you know, if anybody's, looking for a full-blown review, it's not going to happen because SmackDown was very lackluster today. Opening match of Daniel Bryan and Corbin, it's Corbin, and I'm still not interested in seeing Corbin.
I will say, one thing I will say about Daniel Bryan is even in the middle of this horse shit, he's still trying.
Yes.
You can see that he's wrestling like there's actually an audience out there.
Yeah.
It just shows you what a consummate professional that guy is. Even when there's no reason for him to turn it up, you can see that he's actually going above and beyond for a guy like Corbin, for a slob like Corbin.
Do you ever remember Corbin on the Indies?
No, he wasn't. I thought he was a WWE created thing.
Right. Strowman, Corbin, you know, like you could see like the guys who came up through the Indies and really paid their dues and worked in front of almost no crowds. Like that never left him, and they handle it a lot better. I mean, Braun Strowman, when he came out tonight to cut his thing with Bray Wyatt, I mean, every line was fed to Braun Strowman. And the funny thing is that, yeah, when Braun Strowman came out, the first words out of his mouth is, "The Wyatt family is the past, and the past is in the past." You know, and I'm saying to myself, if the Wyatt family's in the fucking past, why the fuck you bringing it up? You know, I mean, I understand, you know, he's playing his role and he's reading what WWE told him to say, but it was just god awful. And you realize now, and this sucks, man. I got even paper in my water. What sucks is, I'll drink it anyway. I don't care. But Bray Wyatt, you know, the Firefly Funhouse, definitely one of my highlights of 2019. But it goes to show you that, you know, the Firefly Funhouse really works well, depending on who he is feuding with. And this thing with Braun Strowman, man, I can't get into it at all. And it has nothing to do with empty arenas.
Well, that's the big thing, too, is that, you know, it doesn't feel like it's much of a feud to begin with. I'm sorry. I just can't buy Bray as a credible threat to Braun Strowman. No matter how weird and goofy Braun Strowman's been booked over the last few years, I still look at the guy and think, yeah, he's going to smash a little tubbo like fucking Bray Wyatt. You know, I don't even see it being a match. It's like a mid-carder versus a main eventer. You know, nobody thinks that Hercules Hernandez had a chance at Hulk Hogan in WCW. You know, it's just a different character in a different time. Bray Wyatt's strength came from, in my opinion, the lack of competition. And Braun Strowman is a guy that should be in a different spot within the company, and I think just isn't there yet.
I mentioned it on Monday. You look at the graphic for Money in the Bank of Strowman versus Bray Wyatt. Strowman is the one with the angry look on his face, and Wyatt is the one smiling. And yeah, I know Wyatt is playing the twisted character, but it's coming off like Braun Strowman is the heel and Wyatt is the face. Right. I'm just not feeling it, man. And it has nothing to do with Strowman being a little bit of a dick online about indies and GoFundMes and patrons.
I'm not even bringing that up. I'm not even talking about that aspect of it. I mean, Braun Strowman as a person is definitely, I can see where people are completely rubbed the wrong way with some of the commentary that he's made online on social media. I'm just talking about his character as far as the WWE side goes. You know, Braun Strowman as a person, if somebody wants to, you know, talk shit about the guy, I'm not going to sit there and defend him.
I'll continue to say it. I think him winning the tag team titles with Nicholas was where it all has gone south with him. You know, they tried to humanize him. You know, they have him dancing and doing other things, and I get it. But to me, the minute they did that with Nicholas, it's just like it turned into a joke. But
well, they took it from adult humor because, I mean, before that, him dealing with Owens and Jericho was some funny stuff.
Yeah.
And those were comedy bits. But with those three guys playing off each other and stuff like that, KO did fine. Or, I'm sorry, not KO. Braun did fine. But as they made him a joke for the kids, I think that kind of ruined his character.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. By the way, I want to shout out to Dave Anthony. Thank you very much, my friend. Gamers Block. Yeah, we're doing video tonight, and we're doing this in a few minutes. So, yeah, it's good to be good. Coffee Brooklyn, do we think Daniel Bryan will retire again? I don't think he's going to retire, but there's no doubt that his schedule is dramatically less. It feels like his schedule is still very active, but, this is the beginning of the end of his career. And he's having fun right now. He's enjoying himself. He was supposed to go into 2-week quarantine after what happened with WrestleMania. But I'll tell you this much. I'll tell you, for people that are wondering why Daniel Bryan may not have gone into quarantine, and thank you, Flaccid Corpse. Yeah, 10,000. I never in a million years ever thought we would get to 10,000 this quick, but awesome, man. Absolutely awesome. Thank you very much. My father, no joke, my father went to the doctor yesterday. Regular checkup, blood pressure, blood work, blah, 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 blah. And my doctor has the coronavirus tests in stock. And my father said, look, is there any way I could take a test? And the doctor said, why? And my father said, well, I'm still working on, my house, and I have construction guys there. I've been around a lot of people. He goes to Costco, and he says that, he just wants to be safe and sure that he doesn't have it because my mom, she's got her health issues, really bad. So he got the test done yesterday. It wasn't one of those tests that takes 30 minutes to get the answer. It took a day. But he found out today that he's clear. He doesn't have any coronavirus. The reason why I say that is because Daniel Bryan originally was going to go into 2-week quarantine after WrestleMania, just to make sure, be careful that, nothing for his wife and for his kid.
Yeah, I was going to say, wasn't there something else attached to that where he eventually kind of wanted to not re-sign with WWE so he could spend time at home as a father?
He did, but he ended up re-signing. But he definitely wants a much lighter schedule than before. And right now, Daniel Bryan arguably may be the MVP of SmackDown. I don't want to say the workhorse, but he's probably the MVP of SmackDown right now. But yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm saying easily. He was easily the workhorse, or not the workhorse. He's easily the highlight of SmackDown because he's still one of the most over characters. And even during this entire pandemic, it doesn't feel like they've taken too much from him.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, the reason why I brought up my father with all of this is my father was able to take the test without any warning signs. And I know what some of you are going to say, wait a minute, I ripped that actor from the UK who took the test and he said he had no warning signs. That was a month and a half, 2 months ago, when tests were very, very rare. Now there are millions and millions of tests available all across the United States. And as each day goes by, the stockpile is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And the idea is that even California announced that you could take a test right now, even if you don't show symptoms. So the tests are much more available now than before. But again, the reason why I bring up my father is Daniel Bryan, after WrestleMania, could have just walked into a doctor's office in Florida, and if they had the tests there, he could have said, listen, I'm working for WWE, I'm concerned for my wife, my kid, I don't want to go home, for 2 weeks. Is there any way I could take the test? And he probably took the test and found that he was clear. And because he's going straight from the hotel to the building, from the building to the hotel, he's sequestering himself. And, he's not really interacting with many people. That's what made him decide, hey, I'll stay around a little bit longer.
Right.
But still, Daniel Bryan versus Corbin, I mean, what a cheap finish today, with a DQ finish after a pretty decent match. And I can't get into the King Corbin thing. It's like god-awful gimmicky. It's not even like, when Macho Man wore the King crown, when Booker T wore it, King Booker,
King Booker was gimmicky, though, with it. But King Booker got it over because he's such a charismatic guy.
Exactly.
Look, other people were too. People forget about King Haku and King Duggan. But there's been a lot of different kings besides Jerry Lawler in WWE.
Yeah. But you see, you bring up Booker as a great example. Booker did it so well that the gimmick, you thought he believed that he was really a king. Corbin comes off as a guy wearing a Halloween costume.
Oh, yeah, totally.
There's no royalty to him. I don't care how many people carry him down to the ring. He looks like a goof wearing a Halloween costume.
Harley Race was a better king than Corbin is. Come on.
Oh yeah. Well, Harley Race really was arguably the king of wrestling back then. So if Corbin was like an unbelievably polished wrestler that we all respected and had a legendary career, even if it looked like a Halloween costume, you could say, you know what, motherfucker could back it up with his career. Corbin just looks like a goof in a Halloween costume.
I agree.
Yeah. So, since we're on the topic of SmackDown, let's just bang these out really quickly. Sheamus beating Leon Ruff in a minute and a half, nothing there. Another video package for Jeff Hardy. And if anybody out there is interested, go out of your way to check out Jeff Hardy's appearance on Corey Graves' podcast. Talked very openly about his alcohol issues and how, he went to WWE for help. And it's a really powerful interview that's not getting the press that it should right now. Mandy Rose losing to Carmella in the Money in the Bank qualifier. We talked about that last week. I mean, you just knew Sonya Deville was going to go out there and sabotage it. And,
this setup is so bad. Like, I think the worst part about that match was Sonya comes out there, right? Starts talking shit on the mic, and Michael Cole is talking over Sonya, saying that she's talking like while she's talking on the mic. Like, it was completely uncoordinated. I don't know what the fuck was going on. And they wouldn't shut the fuck up. It's like Sonya's over here trying to talk, and Michael Cole is talking over her. It's like, dude, shut the fuck up. Let her at least succeed or bomb on her own merit. Don't try to fucking just steal the thunder from her.
Yeah,
it was just dumb as shit. Just
they also had a screwed up audio setting because we have that setting on Discord where you could set it where, like, if I'm talking, it automatically will lower the volume of your microphone if you try to talk also. Right. Yeah. So they had the attenuation screwed up tonight because the minute Michael Cole started talking, Sonya's mic sounded like it was cutting off because it was attenuating. Right. But Anthony, we'll eat the blue chip in a few minutes. I got to get psychologically pumped a little bit too. This is not an easy thing to do. I saw the videos. I seen Shaq crying. I see everything that's going on. But we'll make the best of it. And by the way, I was going to tell you this before, Mish. I brought something in this room that I think I may use while the pain. We're trying to get rid of the pain. I did a Google search. I could not find one person that said that they have tried this. Not even one. I looked on YouTube, could not find one. I'm sure someone out there had to think of this. But I thought, what about this? It really makes your mouth feel cold and pepperminty. So if it really, really gets painful, I'll just rinse my mouth with mouthwash.
Is that alcoholic now or non-alcoholic?
I think this does have alcohol. Yeah, I like the alcohol.
That's going to burn nice and good.
All right, so maybe that might not be a good idea. So, and shout out to Rothman. Thank you very much, my friend. Fan of the show since 2016. So, good question for Cassette. Sheamus or Corbin? Who wore the King gimmick worse? It's got to be Corbin, right?
Sheamus. Oh, Sheamus was god-awful. Really? You think Corbin?
Yeah, I'd still go Corbin. Yeah, I still got to go.
You're talking about a diarrhea versus a liquid shit sandwich. I mean, it's the same thing either way, but I thought Sheamus was a little worse.
Yeah, I'm happy to see Sheamus back, but come on, man. You add...
I'm just saying back when he was wearing the King shit, it was just... His promos were just so bad.
They were. They really were. Yeah. Shit. I wanted to bring up something too, and I forgot. But
sorry.
But no. But the Sheamus. This is all setting up Sheamus versus Jeff Hardy. I don't see where it's going to go. But if you add up all the Sheamus matches since he's back, it still wouldn't even equal some of the matches you see on Raw. It's like a minute here, 2 minutes here, a minute here. They're doing the same thing they have done with some other wrestlers in the past. They'll just squash jobbers. And I don't want to, maybe we could segue to this for a minute. I don't want to call this guy a jobber. I just feel that WWE never really utilized him the way that we kind of feel they should have. What are your thoughts on them releasing Joe Hennig, Curtis Axel?
Took too long. He should
Yeah.
have been released a long time ago.
Yeah.
I mean, they stopped. What was the last thing that he did? Axelmania?
B Team.
I mean, B Team. That's right. Boy, that left a memory.
B Team.
I don't know.
B Team.
For many people that really wanted him to follow in the footsteps of his father, the great Mr. Perfect, it was kind of weird that he never really did that. Other than that, like, couple of minutes that he was with Paul Heyman, there was at no point in time that I looked at him and said, oh, he's going to be his father's son. He's going to walk in his footsteps. And even people made the joke about why not just do Mr. Imperfect.
That was my idea a long time ago. Yeah.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Even that would have been funny. And he just did absolutely nothing with his father's name. And I guess you don't have to as a second-generation wrestler or third generation in his example, but you think you'd do something that would connect you to that kind of lineage. I think people were clamoring for it at one point.
Yeah.
But he turned into a goof. He was a goof guy. So why in the hell was he still with the company? He should have been gone a long time ago.
Yeah. Many years ago when he first was on TV, I said that they should do character Mr. Imperfect. And what they should do is he should try all the vignettes of all the sports that his father was doing and totally missed them. Throw an air ball, throw a gutter ball, strike out,
Right, he should have botched the ring, like not seriously botched on people,
yeah.
but tried to do like, the hook suplex or whatever. Just completely missed the hook.
Yeah.
Pins. Yeah.
I don't get that. And later on, that could have been almost similar to what they did with Kurt Hawkins. When Kurt Hawkins had that unbelievable losing streak, that was like a message to kids like, not everybody wins, and if you lose, you try harder, and one day you will win, and blah, 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 blah. And I remember when we even said that the minute Kurt Hawkins gets that win and ends his losing streak, that's the beginning of the end of his run. I know he got tag team gold 1 point, but that was worth the shit, to be honest. But I personally think, I don't get into the habit of looking at all the releases and say, oh, this person should go to AEW, this person should go here. I do feel the revival would be perfect in NWA. But the way AEW does these skits, like they did the Manitoba Melee on Wednesday, with all the cameos, I know for a fact, actually, WWE does not own the trademark to Mr. Imperfect. I think AEW should seriously consider bringing him in and having some fun with him, do the Mr. Imperfect character. They could do more vignettes than anything else. And I think it would get over. And the one thing that I think people forget about, and this might be a little surprising to a lot of you out there, you know how old Curtis Axel is? Take a guess. 40.
40.
He is 40 years old. So you realize, look, 40 is the new 30, a lot of people say, but the fact that he is 40, Dave Anthony, you're right. The fact that he's 40, he doesn't have a long career left. I mean, yeah, look, he might be able to, if he's very, very light, in the ring and more gimmicky, maybe he could stretch out another 5-6 years. But I really believe, I've been saying this, God, for, oh my God, how many years? Mr. Imperfect. Just, try everything and just screw it up. Seriously. The air balls, just everything. Go shoot a fucking golf ball and let it go in the ocean. Like every sport, he just fails at. And then one day, he gets something right. Or maybe he hits the golf ball and he's like, man, I'll never be good at any of this stuff. And then he turns away to leave and the fucking golf ball falls in. You know what I mean? Like the golf ball gets right by the cup and he's like, man, I can't win at anything. He turns around and the fucking golf ball falls in. I'm telling you, that's something I think would be great in AEW, in my opinion. Not everybody's going to agree, but, I just think the Mr. Imperfect character is something that would have been guaranteed entertainment. They just didn't want to spend time on the guy, and that's a shame. That's really a shame. So again, Mandy Rose loses to Carmella. Sonya Deville, interferes, after the match, they get into it a little bit. This is going to lead to a match, maybe at Money in the Bank. We'll see. The Forgotten Sons of Bitches.
Out of the Money in the Bank now.
Huh?
So it's going to, she's out of Money in the, Mandy's out of Money in the Bank.
Well, they could have a one-on-one. Mandy and Sonya Deville. Yeah. It could be a one-on-one, which I honestly don't know if I want to see that either. And it almost feels like Sonya Deville's got to be rewarded for some decent mic ability during this. Mandy Rose's hot piece of ass, great storyline with Otis. But even in the ring, if you look at her, she doesn't even sell really good with the facials, So she's not as spectacular as people think that she is. She had a great storyline, and she's beautiful, and she's trying. But Sonya Deville, really should get the one-ups on here. But Forgotten Sons of Bitches over the New Day. Honestly, man, they're talented. But Blake Cutler, I feel like I'm looking at, rejects of the Dark Order. These are like cast-offs from the Dark Order. They just look very generic-y. Just because they wear a leather jacket, when they take the jacket off, they look very plain with beards. One looks like he's got a soft belly, and I should talk, but there is nothing about the Forgotten Sons of Bitches that clicked with me in NXT. Okay, American, military, whatever you want. When the cameras roll, I'm supposed to forget about that. There's nothing about the Forgotten Sons of Bitches that I like. Nothing personal, but they do zero for me. Miz and Morrison on commentary was funny today, but they do nothing for me. And this win is almost like WWE 101. We bring in a new team, and the way that we'll try to get people's, attention is they'll defeat the tag team in a non-title match. Oh, my God, they won. I'm telling you, 6 months from now, the Forgotten Sons of Bitches will be forgotten.
It's almost it almost feels like creatively WWE is just opening a book of Mad Libs and just deciding what to do with everybody.
Yeah,
because everything is very formulaic. It's very exposed. It's the same exact formula that they've been using for years. Mm-hmm. Creativity seems to be waning in this environment, and I know people still blame the fact that there's no audience there, but I don't think that that's the case at all. I think the lack of an audience is actually making it very clear to everybody at home how bad the situation really is. And I'm not just talking about WWE with that one, but they're definitely the biggest catalyst because they're what we've known for the longest time.
Right.
I think the lack of crowds, especially, like you said, with the Forgotten Sons and other people too, it just really exposes them for how lack of character, lack of direction, lack of creativity, the people in back have, or even the wrestlers themselves have when they perform out there. Right. I don't know, man. I'm just stuck in this note of thinking that the lack of crowd is just exposing everything for what it is.
Yeah. KM Truth asks, does WWE even have a lower mid card anymore? Sure, they do. They have some guys that just are in limbo. I mean, I'm not. Leon Ruff is not lower card. I mean, that's just enhancement talent. But they have guys. If you just look at the roster, and some of those names were recently released. I mean, Heath Slater would be on that list. Bo Dallas, Curtis Axel. There are some teams. I mean, I would arguably say that the Lucha House Party at some point was considered on the lower end. There are some people that you just feel there's no momentum. Dana Brooke, to me, is on the lower end. They have mishandled Ember Moon. Ember Moon, they've tried to portray that she was bigger than what she is. They really didn't do anything with her. There's some women, but, the lower card is not as prevalent as what it used to be. It's more mid or main event. There's not too many people that are just right below that. We've talked about that before. But do
you think that lower mid card is 205 Live?
You know what? Maybe Tozawa. You know, because Tozawa's decent on 205 Live, but you put him on Raw, I mean, more than not, he loses. Sometimes he gets squashed. I mean, they do have some wrestlers that do get squashed. I mean, but again, that's the reason why a lot of these releases, you know, you have to downsize in the middle of this crisis. So you got rid of a lot of the really lower tier that really, you know, okay, instead of us putting Curtis Axel out there and getting squashed with a higher payroll, we'll put Leon Ruff, who probably makes $500 for getting squashed today from Sheamus, and that's where they're going with it.
Sure.
You know, Maximum ALX, I won't say Axe, Maximum ALX, do we think Bo Dallas is next on the cut, or do you think they may repackage him with Bray? I'd love to see them do something with Bray.
They never tried it. They never really tried it. I think, if anything, you know, Bo Dallas becoming a follower or an acolyte to Bray or something like that, that could be interesting. But at this point, it's been so long for the guy. I would not be surprised if they just let him go.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, but talk about another guy that you thought at one point. I liked the Bo Leave thing. I mean, it was a little annoying and everything, but, you know, the vignettes were fun. But that's another guy that, I don't know, they just don't want to invest the time in. But, you know, we'll see what happens. I mean, Bray Wyatt, it feels like this Firefly Funhouse needs a human. He needs a human to have a side story with. Having the sound effects with the kids in the background. Aww! You know, it's getting a little bit tiresome. Especially that he's doing it with Braun Strowman. That doesn't help it either. But
well, we've talked about that for years. There are certain wrestlers that direly need somebody with them. The Miz is one of those guys. The Miz by himself has always been a very bad interview. He's not as charismatic. But as soon as you throw in somebody like Morrison or Maurice, you know, anybody, you throw in Damian Sandow, Miz gets on fire. Like, he's funny. People get into his character. You know, Bray Wyatt, I think, is starting to become one of those guys where he needs at least somebody to bounce off of. Somebody to go, yeah. You know, I mean, if that's what he needs in order to get the best out of Bray, then they should probably look into that.
It's worth the shot, man. It's worth the shot. I mean, and the good thing about it is everybody knows that Bo Dallas is his brother. So if he tries to, like, bring him under his wing, you know, there is a connection. It's not random. It's a real connection. And people, I think, would immediately buy into it. But, you know, that's the creative challenge for WWE. And right now it just feels like that they're not interested. And that sucks. But before we go any further, Anthony Diaz wanted me to shout out the jerks in Los Angeles. Is that Los Angeles or Louisiana? I think that might be Louisiana, in Huntington Beach, protesting the stay-at-home order. Yeah, I hope you didn't get mad at me, Mish. I got myself a haircut 2 days ago. I was a little fed up with it, man. I mean, I don't have corona. I went to the doctor, had all my blood work and stuff done. My friend has been home for 3 weeks taking care of his mom, and I had to go there to pick up a payment. And I said, man, you know, when are you going to be cutting hair again? I need a haircut desperately. And he's like, hey, I'll cut your hair. You know,
it's only the potential of people dying versus your good looks. I understand, DT.
Yeah, I know. But, you know, I wore a mask. He wore a mask. He wore gloves. We sprayed the room with Lysol. I mean, if it's that contagious, then I might as well just die. It's just my opinion.
Well, no, you would make it fine. You'd be okay. It's just, you know, everybody else around you, that might not be the case.
That's true. That's true. You know, I had a customer die. I found out today, died Monday because of corona. So that's the first person that I know that actually died from this. The only other person I knew that had it was my fiance's brother. He got it, but he's cured now, so he's doing better. By the way, since we're talking about that, you know, I promised everyone that I was going to post that is the United Way, that is the receipt for the donation, that $369.38. was the our share of the March 27th episode that we did to raise money for COVID. And in addition to that, I took the screenshot of my page that shows the one-time donation, $369.38. I had to, block out my email address and, last four digits of my card. But, I had set everything up 2 days ago. YouTube had paid me, I think, last Friday. So I waited for the funds to be in my account, and I donated today. So I wanted to just show everybody the receipt so you could see it. And, speaking of COVID and everything, I guess we could just talk about this for a minute. I don't know if you heard about it today, but Ron DeSantis, as I've been saying for the last 2 weeks, future WWE Hall of Famer, made news yesterday and today about pro wrestling. Here's a quick video clip from yesterday, and then it leads to some big news that was announced today. Check this out.
Do more, maybe you do some limited seating in bars, but not have people kind of freelance together. You would do some social distancing in some of the larger venues. I would like to get to a point, I'm not saying we're going to get it in May. I've helped recruit, I wanted the wrestling to be filmed in Orlando. I'd like them to do WrestleMania. They were going to do WrestleMania in April. That was hundreds of millions of dollars. I want to keep that good relationship. I want them to invest in Florida. We got UFC to come to Jacksonville. Again, there's not going to be any fans, but I think those are going to be a good event for people. I work with Phil Mickelson on making sure they have what they need for that Tiger Woods match. So there's going to be a lot of good stuff going on, but I don't think we're probably ready to have fans. But I do think if the trends are good, I think as you get into June, July, I think there is a window to have some fans. You're not going to have everyone packed in, but man, in 90-degree weather in the state of Florida, if you're out there and someone's 10 feet away from you and you want to watch a ball game or something, you may be able to do that. So this is something that we're just going to have to do. We're going to be driven by the facts, driven by the data. But I think that Major League Baseball coming back, I'm hearing.
All right. He did exactly what I've been showing everybody. He talks about WWE because he's asked about that, and then he immediately shifts it to a mainstream sport to try to bunch it all together. But that was a video from, I think, Wednesday. And today, it was announced. I mean, just to show you how quickly things turn around. Today, that I think as of May 4th, which is this Monday, that not only can you go in a restaurant again, but there's distancing, but you actually can have crowds again at sports events, but your buildings could only be 25% capacity, which means if WWE, and look, I don't believe WWE is going to do it immediately, and I don't think AEW will either, but technically if WWE wanted to, they can do an NXT or something next week and fill up their building to 25% capacity and do the event. So that's how quickly things changed in Florida, just like that. Now, I'll say this. WWE was supposed to tape everything until July. Everything is pre-taped till July. I think now that changes. But I think WWE is going to wait a month before they start bringing any fans in the arena.
Didn't AEW just change their plans too? I thought AEW had a bunch of stuff in the can too. And next week they're planning on going live instead of airing what they already pre-taped.
Right. Well, what they're going to do is they're going to go live, and they're also going to tape. So I think they may rotate every other week. But I believe...
No. What I'm saying is they already have next week taped.
Right. I don't think they have next week taped already. Next week's going to be live.
That's what I was reading from Colin, from a resource, but they were saying that it was actually taped already, and they're scrapping it in order to go live.
That would be very smart. That would be very smart. I don't believe that it'll be they will have fans next week, but I would not be surprised that May 23rd's Double or Nothing takes place in Florida and maybe takes place outside, and fans will be able to go. I think AEW will be the first promotion to allow fans back in, but you'll have that distancing. The idea I said with Ticketmaster, I think is an awesome idea. I don't know if you heard. I think I told you, right, that if you buy 2 tickets from Ticketmaster, Ticketmaster will automatically issues you 4. And the idea is that you have your 2, you and whoever you go with, and then the 1 seat to the left of you and the 1 seat to the right of you is empty. So if you're going to go, you and someone else, you order 2, they give you 4 because the 2 seats are automatically reserved for you. You can't put people in them. They're empty. You buy 4 tickets, they issue you 6 because you have your group of 4, your family of 4, and then the seat to the left of you, the seat to the right of you is empty. And when you put out folding chairs and you make sure that the chairs are a little bit more apart, and I think that's a win-win. I think AEW is going to be the first one to do it. Would not surprise me. And I think that would be a good selling point. Double or Nothing is the first event return with live fans. So, what do you think? I mean, you like the idea?
I mean, I guess anything keeps people safe, but I'm not a big fan of people breaking the stay-at-home order to begin with. So, I'll just curb my thoughts on that one. I really don't think it's a good idea, anyways, to bring people out before this is all done with. But I mean, what am I going to say? Florida government is completely agreeing to the idea that AEW and WWE are necessary, and what can you say? If people want to go to these events, you can't stop them.
Yeah.
The government should stop them, but they're not going to. So it is what it is.
Yeah. Shout out to Thunder or Blunder. I like that. Thunder or Blunder. I got a couple other comments here. Wow, a lot of people are into the Curtis Axel Bo Dallas thing. I don't like Curtis Axel as a cowboy, like Cowboy Curtis. I think you just do Mr. Imperfect. It's not trademarked. WWE doesn't own the copyright. It's an easy spoof of his dad. It's a tribute to his dad at the same time.
Sure.
He's 40 years old. He's not going to all of a sudden pump out 4-star matches. He's a guy that you have to just be more gimmicky. I think Mr. Imperfect would be perfect. Oh, I like that. Mr. Imperfect would be perfect. I like that. So just wrapping up SmackDown. We were talking about it before. Otis. I think that surprised a lot of people. Otis advances to Money in the Bank. People may remember for WrestleMania, I said, if anybody remembers the Rocky II storyline where Mandy gives him the kiss on the cheek and says, win. And then, he starts like the Rocky Balboa stuff. Well, we kind of got that today because Mandy Rose gave Otis the kiss,
Right.
Win, get the cut. So now I'm starting to think, okay, maybe Otis wins Money in the Bank. I am not sure yet. I have to think about it a little bit further. Look.
Well, did you see the repackage that they did on Aleister Black? I don't know what it was, if it was like a test screening or what, but there's an outfit that he's wearing that he looks just like Beelzebub, like a whole outfit. So I don't know if they're doing something with Aleister Black in the future, but
I hope not.
There could be. You don't like Aleister Black?
I like Aleister Black. I don't think they need to tweak anything. I think that
Really?
him being methodical. And, him just being a little bit, different in the ring and being a loner, even though I know there's Zelina Vega. I think personally, I know people are going to rip me for this. I think Zelina Vega and Aleister Black making a YouTube channel right now was absolutely stupid. Absolutely stupid. If Zelina Vega wanted to do one for herself, fine. If you want to tease the fact that they're dating, fine. But to see them on TV where she's like going against him, but then the next day they're on YouTube buying stuff at a store, it's just, I understand, the cat's out of the bag about wrestling for decades, but make a fucking effort. Make an effort. There's some wrestlers that still try to, keep in character, keep the storyline. It just shows effort. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't think you really need to tweak too much with Aleister Black. I'll tell you this much, man. What you're talking about, I know this might sound far-fetched, but I wonder if WWE is not happy with Zelina Vega and Aleister Black doing a YouTube channel. They're not going to tell them they can't, but it makes me wonder if maybe they're going to fuck with Aleister Black a little bit, maybe as sort of punishment for, the fact that right now Zelina Vega is putting her guys to beat up Aleister Black, and then they're on the fucking YouTube making eggs together. I don't like it. I don't like it. I know this is entertainment. I know it's, it's
with
not
the lack of creativity
no
that the company has right now. How can you even shame somebody for wanting to do something on their own? If anything, their defiance is probably the only thing that's going to make this interesting.
See, I look at it like this: if you're a star in a daytime soap opera, and you're in the middle of a storyline on a daytime soap opera where you're cheating on your husband in a soap opera with another guy, all right, but yet in real life, you're married to the person you're cheating on in the soap opera, I think it would be an absolute dumb idea that in the middle of that, you set up a YouTube channel and you and your real life husband, who you're cheating on in the soap opera, are now, to me, it's just a lack of caring about what you're doing. Because on social media, these wrestlers will push these angles and try to be in character 24/7 on social media. But, you're an entertainment company. It's suspension of disbelief. Zelina Vega is trying to get her guys to beat the fuck out of Aleister Black. Care about your character enough that you don't fucking put on a YouTube channel and, one day you're trying to get, Angel Garza to beat the shit out of Aleister Black, and then the next day you're having lattes together. I just think that just shows...
Yeah, but you do the same thing on Twitter all the time. You'll see these girls in the middle of a feud, and then they're out getting mani-pedis together on Twitter.
I think that's stupid too. The most infamous one, and who is the one that posted? I think a lot of you will remember it. They were in Italy, I believe, and that was the time where Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns were feuding with each other, and they decided to take a group pose, like 6 guys, and they're all standing in front of some, landmark in Italy, and, here's Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns together. And whoever posted the photo, I don't know if it was Titus O'Neil. Anybody remember who posted the photo? But they posted the photo and then deleted it like 2 minutes later because, they realized, Braun Strowman
See, you're missing the fact that even WWE's programming, the Total Divas and Total Bellas, constantly break apart these storylines the entire time.
Right.
Natty and Natty and Nia were feuding, and here they are on Total Divas, like eating cake and everything else like that. It's just it doesn't work anymore. That idea of kayfabe is dead, my friend.
It's not. Look, we know kayfabe is dead, but you still try to show some effort. There are some wrestlers that
but the YouTube show isn't going to kill that.
No, but
unless they're revealing. Look, unless you're right in this sense.
Maybe that's why wrestling that's why wrestling's ratings are so much in the shitter, because nobody shows effort. Wasn't there a wrestler recently? John Moxley, perfect example. John fucking Moxley wore that eye patch in Japan. He wore it at home. He wore it at the store. He wore it in AEW. He wore it taking a shit. He wore it everywhere. Why did he do that? He didn't really have eye surgery because he cared enough about the character and about the storyline that, we all know kayfabe is dead. He still fucking did it because it shows he cared. That's my point. When you see that people don't give a fuck enough about their own character and their storyline, that with a clear head, they could just do something totally different on social media. Why would I give a shit if Zelina Vega throws Andrade at Aleister Black? I'm supposed to think, oh my God, maybe she's really pissed up. You see them, it's just a lack of caring. It's not RCW, it's not, it's still real to me, damn it. It's called caring. All right, when you do a fucking horror film and you see fucking people getting hacked up, you don't see fucking these same people like going out together and doing clips together and hanging out and having lattes. It just, the appearance. Explain to me why nobody goofed on Jon Moxley for wearing a patch. I don't remember people saying, fuck is this guy wearing it for 3-4 months for? The fuck is he wearing it for? You walk around with a patch over your eye and you'll be bumping into walls because it screws up. This guy cared enough that he wore it. And to me, I think a lot of wrestlers are more caring about their brand than the company they work for. And I think that's why wrestling is in the shitter. I think that's why ratings suck. You know, there are some wrestlers, you know, look at Cross and Scarlett Bordeaux. You don't see fucking Killer Cross, Karrion Cross, you know, socializing with, you know, Ciampa on social media afterward. There's some people that care enough about their character that they don't divert from it on social media or YouTube or Twitter. You know, they try to give that aura of the person. I don't know. I mean, it's just my opinion. I mean, I know I'm probably in the minority about that, but I just think
I understand where you're coming from. There's definitely a lot of people that still want kayfabe to exist in 2020. The reality, though, is we're not having the level of matches. We don't have the level of standards. We don't have the level of privacy that we once did. I mean, if you're trying to bring back kayfabe from the 1970s and 80s, the reality is you can't do it.
No.
People's characters, wrestlers' characters were easy to hide in the 70s and 80s than they are today. Today, right, with the amount of information and the amount of social media that we have, it's easy enough to find any of these wrestlers at any point of time doing normal human being things. Now, on the other example, there have been wrestlers and there have been angles where WWE people have used social media in order to benefit the angle. And I'm completely pro that. I think that's a great idea. When they start bringing their feuds and their beefs online, I'm okay with that. I know some people think that that's distasteful and it confuses fans because fans aren't sure if it's real or not. Shut up and just enjoy the show. I'm okay with wrestlers working the fans on social media. I have no problem with that. I don't believe that they should completely adhere to the storylines and not have a personal life or even a public life online if they choose to, though. I mean, at the end of the day, if you're so engrossed and ingrained into WWE storylines that you can't possibly think that Dolph Ziggler is a human being outside of WWE, then the problem is yours, not theirs. Right. And if WWE wants to punish these people, they want to punish Lena Vega and Aleister Black because they want to do a YouTube show together, they're a couple, they enjoy doing stuff on screen, that's WWE's problem. WWE should work around that. I don't blame Zelina Vega and Aleister Black for that. I'm sorry, I just don't.
Yeah. I'm not saying to bring back 70s and 80s. I'm just saying that show that you care. Show that you care about the storyline. Show that you care about the character. Show that you care about, you know, the company you're a part of. And to me, like few people brought up MJF. MJF is really an asshole in real life. But, you know, he... you know, Will prefers to be an asshole almost 24/7. That's his character, and he sticks to it. There are some people that really invest their character. They don't live the gimmick 24/7. But again, you could see some wrestlers online, and they don't divert from their character. Gargano is another example. Gargano is going full-blown with this, even online, the way he talks.
Gargano down in NXT used Twitter. Gargano and, oh my God, why am I blanking on his name? The guy he feuded with for like Ciampa? A year straight.
Ciampa?
Yeah, Ciampa. Right, they used Twitter. They had angles where he bumped into his hotel room. And I mean,
right,
like,
but you didn't see them like hanging out and having cake together. You know, like they cared enough about the storyline and, you know, they wanted people to really believe that friction was there, that hatred was there. So they went along with it. And to me, like I said, when you, just my opinion, but when you see Zelina Vega and Aleister Black feuding on Raw, and the next day they're having cake together, to me, that just shows like, okay, I don't care about the storyline or the angle enough that, you know, I can't give people the suspension of disbelief that there might be a little friction there or something. I just think it's a little bit disrespectful, in my opinion. So, want to talk a little bit about what Cornette said about Velveteen Dream?
Go for it.
All right.
Read off the statement. I don't think I've read it yet.
Okay. You know, look, the only update, and I brought it up Wednesday about the Velveteen Dream situation, is that he is still wrestling next week against Adam Cole. I did some research. I checked out Florida, and a friend of mine checked out Washington, and I had 2 other people check out Canada. And as of Wednesday, I haven't looked into anything since Wednesday, but as of Wednesday, there is no police report, no cyber report filed against Velveteen Dream, Peter Clark, whatever his real name is. People, I think, are starting to figure out that too many things don't add up. The latest one is that these 3 people apparently may not have known each other, but just coincidentally, they were all on Reddit at the very same time, all saying that they got nudes and this and that. There's a lot of things that don't add up. But again, we don't know completely the truth. And but I'm going to stick with my gut feeling that what was posted online are clout chasers. And I think that's why WWE's not made a statement. Velveteen Dream is really having somebody of authority look into, you know, what happened. And if these people who made these claims online ended up lying and they were clout chasers, you know, just because they claim that they're 15, 16, and 17, trust me, there's going to be some crying going on very, very soon. If what is coming together seems to be. But Jim Cornette was asked to comment on the Velveteen Dream situation. And I found this fascinating, Mish. I will read you word for word what Jim Cornette said. And he said about the photo accusation, sending it to a minor. He said, quote, "I've always said if there were cell phones in the 80s that none of these guys would, all of them would have been in jail and none of them would have been married longer than 2 weeks. But these fucking guys today, they don't know how to cover their shit up. You don't fucking call from your phone. Even before there was such a thing as caller ID, there were phone bills that you got on paper. You never call a girl from your house. You always go to a payphone, and you don't use a fucking calling card in your name. If the bill comes to your house, you fucking change and pay for it as you go along, and you definitely don't say things on answering machines or voicemails. You don't let compromising pictures be taken past a picture in a parking lot at a fucking local 7-Eleven. I'm not saying, this is the best part, I'm not saying whether it's right or wrong. I'm saying that's something you would probably want to cover up. So I'll just use my own phone with a traceable phone number, you know, my own fucking gimmick account, whatever. Why don't you get the goddamn evidence notarized while you're at it to me? His point is that if you're going to fucking do this, you know, you fucking go to a payphone. You don't use your own phone. You don't use the caller ID. And then he says, I'm not saying whether this is right or wrong. I think the guy, I know he sticks to old school, but man, to say, you know, how could you use your real phone? How could you not use a payphone? How could you use this in your name? You should have had a calling card without your name. Like, he's giving excuses on, he's saying like how you don't get busted, instead of just saying, if this fucking guy did it, he's fucking a pervert, he's a pedophile, and he should be arrested. Why would you come up with ideas so you could get away with this? That's the takeaway I got from it. What did you think about it? What do you think about that?
Well, no, that's what he's talking about. I mean, if anybody's seen a lot of infidelity over the years from different wrestlers, it's Jim Cornette. Jim Cornette's probably seen more than a few marriages busted apart from the boys doing stupid things like using the same number for their house and calling up their mistresses or whatever else. I understand what he's saying by that. And I understand that he's not necessarily trying to tell people like Velveteen Dream to cover their tracks, but he's just kind of pointing out the fact that people today just don't understand how to, communicate when it comes to other people. So when things like this happen, whether you are one of the people that believe that the dick pics that Velveteen Dream showed to these kids is real or not, doesn't happen. It doesn't happen, and then there's no way to connect it to somebody that's actually doing the crime. So I don't know. It really depends on how you want to look at it. In one sense, he's kind of shaming the idiocy of Velveteen Dream for not covering his own tracks, and in another, he's exploiting the fact that he's seen factually. I'm sure he's got countless stories of wrestlers that have done dumb things with girls.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I just thought that was a little bit odd, but hey, some more information going to come out soon. But my honest opinion is if Velveteen Dream was guilty of any of this, there's no way WWE would put that guy back on camera. They would just write him off the storyline and he would be done, especially the fact that the match with Adam Cole was not recorded until this past week. It's not like the match already happened and, we already recorded, so now we're stuck with it. They would have just suspended him at minimum. And I don't know how you feel about this, Mitch. I said Mitch. In my opinion, this is nothing like the Enzo situation because Enzo was accused of rape. And Enzo, there was no denying that he had relations with this person. She was claiming rape. So you do not compare the Enzo situation to Velveteen Dream, in my opinion. I don't know if you feel the same way, but I don't even think that the two have anything to do with each other.
I've been really passionate about this, and I know that you feel completely differently than I do on this. I think that there's no tolerance for any adult sending kids dick pics. That's just my feeling, my beliefs. I know not everybody agrees with that. Some people are pro that, and that's fine for them. But if Velveteen Dream gets away with this, lucky to him, bully for him, because the reality is I don't think that should be rewarded or ignored.
I just don't think he did it. That's just my take on it. I just don't think he did it. I mean, look, we'll more is going to come out sooner or later, but I will tell everybody, and everybody knows that when I say I do research, I really do work hard at it. As of Wednesday, no police report was filed. Yup. No cyber, abuse, whatever that's called, was filed either. Yup. Something doesn't add up, in my opinion. So we'll see. In brighter news, WWE let go Cain Velasquez. Thank God. I don't know how you felt about Cain Velasquez, but talk about a waste of money. I mean, I don't know. After Ken Shamrock, not too many MMA guys work in wrestling.
Well, they're even talking about, what was it, Amanda, what's her name, Amanda Holmes or Amanda Nunes or whatever her name is from MMA. She's coming into WWE, or she opened up the idea that she'd come into WWE. So there's definitely more than a few MMA people looking to get on board with the WWE train still to this day. I mean, it wasn't that long ago that Chael Sonnen was even preaching the fact that he'd come into WWE. So, Cain Velasquez didn't really work out. He didn't pan out. But I think, it's sad because when WrestleMania hit and everything else like that, I think there was an idea that he was going to do something after WrestleMania. But with, the pandemic, WWE was forced to cancel a lot of their plans.
Right. Well, I said this the other day. I hope he's a playable character in that upcoming WWE video game because I will want to feed him to the alligators. I just thought that was a waste of money. I mean, I saw his AAA match, whatever match that was, and, in the tag team. He wasn't bad. But the problem is, Rey Mysterio always had to be by his side. I never saw any charisma from him. He never really connected with the crowd. You take away Rey Mysterio and there was really nothing there. And I don't know. I never got into the guy. Tyson Fury, I would accept 1,000 times more than Cain Velasquez. but that's just me. So, shout out to Thunder or Blunder. Thoughts on Sting's rise in 1990? Because we're about to do the one chip challenge, because I know Mish has got a lot of things to do. Plus, we don't know how painful this is. But let me just answer a couple of super chats. I'll go grab my ice cream, and we'll do it. But look, Sting's rise in 1990, Surfer Sting. WCW, NWA knew they had something big, and I always say this too. Lex Luger deserves a lot of credit in the late 80s for his rise as well. Sure, he was not polished in the ring, but Lex Luger and Sting at that time, Sting was on a whole different level with popularity, but Lex Luger really helped this as well. I mean, a lot of people leave out Lex Luger when they talk about Sting around 1990. Ric Flair and Sting was epic, but to me, Lex Luger's interaction with Sting, also Muta as well. Sting was on the rise. And, it's funny because when he was teaming with the Ultimate Warrior, they just looked like muscle-bound goofs that didn't have that much ability. I mean, he totally transformed. I mean, he had other stops along the way. But Sting in 90, yeah. Oh, I actually, I took a photo from online to show everybody what that's about.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
But it comes with this one. This one actually has a little poster in it. The other one didn't come with a poster.
Oh, okay.
So now I feel.
Speaking of storyline, did we ever get a reason why Randy Savage joined the NWO? They were just putting people in the NWO at the time. They were just trying to keep it fresh and mix it up a little bit. I mean, I was around. I wonder if mine has a poster. I didn't open my box yet, but look.
It even comes with a free coupon for another bag of this shit.
Yeah, I liked Macho Man in the NWO, but I liked Macho Man when he was with Gorgeous George, man. That was awesome. He just, anybody out there, if you've never seen, just look up Macho Man corpsing Tori Wilson. Just look that up and you'll see what I'm talking about. And Macho Man was cutting a promo backstage and Tori Wilson actually had a smirk on her face. You thought that he was going to beat the shit out of her. Definitely a memory, a nice WCW memory for me. Look, I wouldn't want him to beat up, Tori Wilson, but you could see he was visibly pissed off. So, Dream 101, somebody asked me this Wednesday. I actually fucking answered it with my high school, not thinking that the person, was asking me this.
What school do you go to?
Yeah, what school do you go to? What school do you go to? What school you go to? Like college people never went to fucking school. Right. And anyway, the last, another one. What school do you go to? What school do you go to? Anyway, Mish, why don't you plug your show or your Frank and Gus? I'm going to go grab my ice cream. I'll be 30 seconds. And I have shorts on.
What the fuck? Yeah, I guess if you guys want to listen to me, first off, apologies for the audio. Sorry that it's coming through like double time and it's got an echo and you guys don't hear me half the time. I don't know what it is. My compressor is on just fine, so I have no clue why that's like that. But if you guys didn't get a chance to listen, Wrestling Soup airs Thursday night, 7:30 p.m. now, Eastern Standard Time. I'm still working on the show. I still got to edit up the show. I was planning on doing that after tonight. But we'll see how it goes with this one chip challenge. I just licked the dust from the old chip because I was curious if the old chip was going to like it because it's been open. I wasn't sure or not if it would be as strong as the new chip. But yes, even licking the dust just burns the shit out of your tongue. This is going to be fun.
Got my ice cream ready. My keto ice cream. By the way, if anybody notices, yes, I did change my shirt. Believe it or not, this is, I don't know if I could really show it. This is authentic. This is a Bobby Bonilla batting jersey from the Mets. That is real. Bobby Bonilla actually wore this. I bought it a very long time ago. And I kept it because it's mesh and it's kind of cool when you wear it. And I don't mean cool as looking. I mean cool as air goes right through it. So I said, I'm going to wear this jersey today because if I start sweating like a motherfucker, I got my fan over here and I could just let the air breathe in. But yeah, this is a legit Bobby Bonilla batting jersey. So I got my ice water here. I got my Rebel ice cream here, cherry chip, and let's see what we got here. All right, this is the box. Yeah, I think I do have the poster in here. I think I do. Is it? Wait, is this? Oh yeah, look. Oh no, it's the yeah, I got the same thing as you. The coupons.
Yeah.
Yeah. So free bag. So all right, let's show everybody. This is what it has. This is what it says. Can you handle this deadly chip? Okay, what to expect? Mouth on fire, short-term loss of speech, impaired vision from tears, extreme profanity, rest in peace. And then you try it. You eat the chip. See how long you can last without reaching for milk or ice cream. Don't say we didn't warn you. Prove it. Take a video of your...
You can drink as much water as you want because water doesn't work.
Yeah, water doesn't work. But I figured the ice cold because I got tons of ice in here right now. So I figured maybe the ice, and I will not pour it over my head over here. I got paper everywhere right now. The last thing I need is wet paper. But take a video of your attempt to survive the challenge and then tag Pocky Chips on your Instagram feed or Twitter and include the One Chip Challenge. And yeah, there we go. So there's the One Chip Challenge. So I am going to be a pussy. Oh, and by the way, I have to let everybody know. Oh, did you? I don't know if you saw this. Any last words?
No. My body is a cage.
By the way, a lot of you have been asking me.
A
lot of you have been asking me to do this on YouTube. Going to start it in the next day or two. You can do memberships on YouTube. So I'm going to be launching memberships for anybody that wants it. We're going to have exclusive Q&As where you could be part of Q&As, private Q&As like one-on-ones. Anybody that wants like autographed photos from yours truly, that'll be part of it as well. So I'm going to put a couple of things together and, we'll definitely get that going. So, I want to launch it in a day or two. So we have the full month of May. I'm putting gloves on. We have the full month of May to, experiment with it. And I'll fix the balloon machine over the weekend. That balloon thing, man, I'm telling you, that thing is awesome. But unfortunately, it didn't go off the way it should. And it's supposed to power back off. And it didn't automatically power back off. So I'm actually, you know what? I have a watch on, but I have to put the glove on because I touch my face all the time. So the only thing that really sucks about this is, just so people know, this is keto ice cream. And the ingredients is like eggs and cream and stuff. And this thing is hard as a rock. So you're supposed to leave it out for like 10, 15 minutes before you eat it. But that's my ice cream. This is the chip. So what do? We have to open the chip and show everybody, right? Is that how we do this?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let me pull up the chat. I'm stalling. He says I'm stalling. I am stalling a little bit. I'm a little fucking worried about this, man. I have diverticulitis surgery. No gallbladder. All right, I'm opening this.
It still smells like fucking toe cheese, though. I will say, look, regardless of how much this burns, the smell is the worst part. Open it up, smell it.
Mine's broken in half, but
it's all right.
Oh,
mine's broken too, of course.
Whatever. I'm gonna take a little tiny thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, this is fucking no way, man. I can't. This is crazy, man. I can't do this. I don't know, man. This is...
My body is a cage.
Oh, my God. I'm afraid, man. I'm afraid. I don't know, should I?
About what?
Because it's going to burn.
My body is that keeps me from the one I love. My mind holds the key.
All right. I got to put my fan on. Oh. Oh.
Dude, I need some ministry.
Oh, this is bad. Now, what are we doing?
Just react, dude. That's all. Just burn. Enjoy the pain. That's all it is. Just enjoy the pain.
I can't. I'll put here. Oh, that does nothing.
My body is a...
This is not fun, man.
I'm all right. You'll be all right. Power through it.
I can't even talk.
That's fine, dude. You're
You're crazy.
It's just one. No, did you ever see that dude? He did 30 of them. Back to back to back to back. He did 30 of them, dude. That dude is crazy. I'm a puss. This shit is...
You gotta be
It's
crazy.
hard. Nah. It's like sex, DT. You just gotta smoke a cigarette afterwards. That's all. You know?
Did you even eat it?
Yeah, I ate the whole thing. I ate the whole thing, and I put the dust. I patted the dust in my mouth too.
You're crazy. Oh my God.
Yeah, I ate the whole chip. I promise. Here.
Yeah, me too.
There's nothing in there at all. It's fine.
Oh.
You all right, DT?
If you drink the water slow, it's not so bad.
Yeah, right. You got to drink the water slow. Let it swish around in your mouth a little bit. Just relax, you know? This is the part of the show where we can play some calm music.
This is not fun, man.
You'll be all right, DT.
You know what's bad about it?
What's that? Oh, don't get me wrong. My nose is running too, man. But, you know, whatever. I'm just going to snot on screen for everybody. You know what would make the video even better? If we were watching the sunny side up video. And by better, I mean worse.
What's bad about it is I feel it here, so I can't even try the mouthwash. I don't even think the mouthwash would... I'm afraid. No.
I don't know, man. That's dangerous. Yeah. Mouthwash seems a little dangerous, bro. Oh. I shouldn't have touched my eye. That was stupid. Oh, well. If I go blind.
Let me take the gloves off. I'll tell you this much, man. I give you credit. You have my respect.
For what, man? We're good. It's just a little pain, bro.
I'm not used to eating spicy food.
You know, I have to thank all the Mexican restaurants I visited in Chicago when I lived there for 40 years, because I think they prepared me for this moment. I really have to shout out to the Mexican people.
No,
Thank you. Thank you for all your spicy food that has trained me, that has built my core for this moment.
I'm going to try to get some super chats in here. Oh. This is not good.
I love you too, Anthony. Peace out, brother.
You know what it is? When I have my...
one sip of water yet. I still have not done one sip of water yet. I just want to let people know that. Not one sip, nothing. I'm just, gliding right through. Though I think I did get a little powder in my left eye, though. Son of a bitch. Oh, that was stupid of me. It rubbed my eye before.
Oh.
That's right. We'll power through that.
Anthony, what's that?
What's up, bud?
Would I rather eat the chip again or have coronavirus, Anthony? No, I would eat the chip again. Coronavirus is life-threatening, man.
Opening up the water, but I'm using it on my hands. Because I got some of that fucking powder on my hands. I rubbed my eye with it like a dumbass. So I don't think that counts as using water because I didn't actually ingest it. So,
I got it on my lips.
I'm good, dude. I just can't get over the fucking smell. Pocky, you guys.
The smell didn't bother me.
Chip. Oh, that smell is god awful. I swear to God, it smells like you're eating Tochi. It is just the most awful.
Fuck you, Rambo Savage. Ramby Savage. Oh, this is rough. You know what it is? Oh,
what's it?
I swear on my mother, I'm not trying to overhype this. I had my gallbladder taken out about 6 months ago, and one of the things they said you stay away from is spicy food. So I really don't eat spicy food ever.
Called the Pocky chip. Pocky? Paquet?
I
don't know. I think, what was it, DJ Dell? He had the pronunciation for it. Is it Pocky? Or is it Pakai? Or I thought it was Pocky.
It might be Pocky.
Yeah. I'm just reading the chat.
I drank almost a half a gallon of water already. Oh, you know what it is?
They're saying that's why it's bothering you more is because you keep drinking the fluids, so you keep refreshing the burn. I
that
kind
might
of
be
agree
true.
with that.
That might be true.
Yeah. Yeah, Pocky. Thank you, DJ Dells. Why does Mish have almost no reaction? I really don't know. It's hot. Don't get me wrong. I mean, you can see that I got a little bit of sweat coming on me.
Yeah, I got the fan on right now. See?
I got the physical reaction going, but
my stomach's giving me cramps a little bit.
I honestly, I don't know if this is the hottest thing I've ever had. Because I've had a ghost pepper before. I had a ghost pepper before once. And I had that raw. And I seem to remember that murdering me a hell of a lot harder than this did. Like, maybe chemically this has... Oh, you're burping? Oh, that's really getting you, bud. Burping is definitely a sign.
Man.
Yeah.
It feels like it's slightly wearing off.
And I'm sorry to you two for me smoking, but I'm just dealing with this my way.
I envy you, man.
No, it's all right, dude. Just
Richard Higgins, is this a shoot? Of course it is. You crazy?
No, I'm using a fake chip. That's why I'm not. I still have another chip, DT. Should I just take the other chip too?
No.
I do. Remember, I still have that.
You might. What I read online is that the burn is bad, but overnight the stomach is even worse. So you might not have to burn too much right now, but you might be in crazy pain later.
I had Mexican food earlier today from a very local place. So I was already prepared for this. I had some chorizo. I had a chorizo burrito and some hot queso with salsa and chips. And I chased it down with an horchata. So I was getting ready for this from the get-go. Because if I'm going to do spicy, I'm going to do Mexican food.
Anthony Diaz, no, man. The chip or a lifetime of Bella matches, I'll eat the fucking chip.
Yes. Thank you, Raccoon. Mish wants for misery.
I'm swear to God, man. I'm burping like crazy, and I'm starting to feel in my stomach. I'm about to fucking pass gas. I'm swear I'm not exaggerating this.
You're handling this fucking pro, man. Don't let you fool yourself, man. You're taking this shit like a champ. I'm just a freak of nature in my own way. That's all. You know.
To be honest with you, dude, I don't think I'll do this again. Maybe I'll do it for charity. I realize now that the ice cream is better than the water.
Dude, my
the water
eyeball
does not help.
Burning. This eyeball, I touched this eyeball like with the tip of my finger with the dust
I'm
on
shaking.
it.
I don't know if you
this
see
eyeball is burning. Yeah, you are shaking a little bit. Yeah, I'm okay. Hold on, wait, I'm shaking too. All right.
Not too bad. Not too bad.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh my God. You know what it is? I still feel the burn a lot, but
it goes away. You know the thing with this chip is, and here's the secret, and maybe I'm blowing up their spot. They're blowing up their merch, but the Pocky chip for the first 5 minutes is just punching the shit out of your mouth. But after 5 minutes,
punching your stomach.
The tapering off goes down so fast, like the burn goes away so fast that you just.
You know
really
what's the
lose
problem
it.
now?
Right now nothing right now. The hardest burn I got is in my eyeball, and I'm trying to.
I swear on my mother, right now I'm freezing. You know what it is? I just realized it. I drank almost a half a gallon of water, and I ate a half a pint of this stuff.
Right.
And
well, of course you're gonna freeze, dude. You're eating ice cream and drinking ice water. You know. Oh, do it now or never. The second chip. All right. I'm gonna do the second.
You're crazy,
chip,
man. Don't do that.
Why not?
You could do it. Hockey better send you a case, man.
I could do it. It's all right. So I got to show people what's in here first because it's broken up. It's like powdery.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like I'm gonna put it in my mouth like chalk.
I'm sorry for people that are listening to this audio only. You know, the YouTube shows are meant to be video, but I'm telling you right now, I'm freaking freezing because I had ice water and ice cream, and I feel it in my stomach because, like I said, I had the diverticulitis surgery and the no gallbladder. So my stomach is starting to get to me now.
Is it?
Yeah. The burn, you could hear I'm talking a little more. The burn is a little bit better. I still feel it.
Right. Yeah, it's subsiding. You'll be fine, dude. I just hate the fucking smell. Look, that's the only bitch I have is that the smell is just god awful to me. I don't know why it doesn't bother you. Maybe my sense of smell is heightened or something. I just can't stand the smell. It's just the worst. The taste is pretty bad.
I just realized it, man.
When you bite into it, doesn't it taste like a stale chip?
It does. It does. Everybody, do me this favor. If you're enjoying the show, hit the like button now because only like 1/6 of you have done that. This way, maybe some other, maybe this will be a recommended video for the haters of mine.
Hey, remember, people dared me to eat a bat on air. I'll eat a bat.
I'll eat
a bat if it's prepared. Yeah, I'll eat a bat. I ain't got no problems. It's got to be prepared. I'm not going to eat no live motherfucking bat.
I'm freezing.
But if there's like a bat from New Guinea, like a properly prepared bat from New Guinea, I'll eat that. Hell yeah.
I swear to God, I'm freezing right now. I'm sweating and I'm freezing.
In New Guinea called wolf bats. And they actually feed like entire tribes with this stuff. Big pieces of fucking meat. Like it's like flying ducks. That's what the bats are in New Guinea. Man, second ship down, and
you're crazy, man.
I'm feeling it a little bit. I'm starting to feel it a little bit. So
I'm about to fart. I swear to God.
Well, don't fart.
I'm telling you, I got cramps in my stomach. But you want to know something?
What's that?
I'd rather have the cramps in my stomach than the burn. Because I've gone through issues, you know, because I don't have a gallbladder anymore. And sometimes...
Yeah. Oh, shit. I'm reaching for my Mountain Dew. Am I going to do it? Nah, I'm good.
My nose is burning a little bit. I must have touched my nose before. Oh, I know what I did. I blew my nose. And I probably, because I was, I'm so stupid. I used the towel. I don't know. I feel it's a little better now. But I trust me, if I fart, I'm not fucking hiding it. I'll let it loose. I don't know if it'll make noise, but you know what sucks about it right now? I got stomach cramps. I got stomach cramps. It's still burning. It's not as bad, but I got stomach cramps. I'm sweating and I'm freezing at the same time. I swear to God, my hands. I should get my thermometer and do the temperature of my hands right now. They're ice cold. No, don't play that. Because I'm going to get copyright infringement.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. Nah. That's why I play that generic music.
I'm like, DT is Thug Life over here, guys. Come on, DT's Thug Life. Come on.
That's why I play that generic music in the beginning. Because YouTube allows it.
Sorry.
Oh, man.
I just got some of my teeth.
I have to now. I could talk a little bit better, but you know, I'm waiting for the gut wrenching pain. But yeah, there's Anthony. Yeah, I'll eat the chip again instead of, if I was forced to watch nothing but Bella matches for the rest of my life as a wrestling fan, I'll eat the chip.
Oh
yeah, man!
Of course, Bella's matches for the rest of my life. Dear Lord,
Bryant Becerra, much love, man.
Hell yeah, dude. Breakfast soup entertained.
Dayhawk, I'm embracing the pain, but like I said, the problem is I drank almost a half a gallon of water, which is what? Half a gallon is 64
Hell
ounces.
Yeah.
So Richard I had 4 pounds of water and almost a whole thing of ice cream. So
Mountain Dew slam of the night, baby.
Satan does feel Mish, man. Oh
no, this isn't that bad. There's got to be something hotter than this. I still think. DT, did you ever see the one that Lee Sanders did? He did the chocolate challenge. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do.
I think the chocolate here. Now, listen to my theory on this first. Okay,
I turned the fan off. I'm cold. I turned the fan off.
I've taken 2 of these chips, and I still think that the chocolate is more devastating, and let me explain why. When you're eating the Pocky chips, it's dry, you chew it, and it goes down your throat. The chocolate, though, when you bite into it, it sticks to your gums and your teeth. So you have to keep licking it off for like the next half hour or whatever. I really want to try the chocolate one because I guarantee you that's going to be twice as hot.
You know what? I'll look into how hot it is. If it's not as bad as this as far as heat, maybe I'll do it, but this is
I think the heat is the same, but the fact that chocolate coats your mouth makes it worse. This chip isn't coating your mouth. Even with the powder and stuff like that, it's not coating your mouth. But chocolate's going to melt in your mouth, especially with that heat, and it's just going to stay in there.
I ate almost the whole entire thing of ice cream, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
thank you. Thank you, Eddie. I appreciate that, buddy. Yeah, it's just,
Mish, man, seriously. I mean, Pocky sees this. They will see this. They need to send you a case. You ate almost 2 chips just now.
Oh, dude, I'm not going to eat a case of chips, bro.
Oh, man. I'm not used to eating spicy food, man. You know, hey, I survived it. Now, where's that poster? Now
it's that dude that did 30. You know the guy that did 30? I think I can actually make a challenge of that. Yeah, absolutely. That's right.
Hey, for a screenshot, put yours in the screen like this.
Oh, shit. Let me move it back.
Yeah.
Move it back. Let's see if I can get a fucking screenshot. There we go.
I'll take a screenshot later. I'll put that as the opener. That'll be the photo for today. But I tell you, man, cool. I look, I'm not saying this to kiss your ass, but you know you have nothing but respect for me, and you know I look up to you for a lot of things, but after tonight, this just goes to a whole new level. I don't know how the hell you did that, man.
It's good stuff, dude. Now I want to drink Mountain Dew because I'm thirsty, not because of the chip. But if I drink Mountain Dew now, then it's going to look like I busted out. And it's like, nah, I don't want to do that. So I'll just, you know.
The burn is, my face is a lot better. My mouth is a lot better.
Yeah,
I feel it in my stomach a little bit. I'm fearing what's going to happen later. So, look, it is what it is. But, man. Whew.
Past 5 minutes, now I can drink? Oh, okay. Oh. Is that the rule?
It's been like 20 minutes. Ah, that was nice. Hopefully nobody heard that. We're almost done, everybody. We're almost done.
Oh, yeah. Now all the burn is gone. All of it.
Burn is almost gone. And so is my ice cream, man. I might as well finish it.
Go for it, dude. My poop will burn. I don't think that the poop will burn. I think if you're on an empty stomach, maybe the poop will burn, but I can't see that if you actually had dinner, you know, had some fluids in you before you started, that you're going to go through all that kind of spices. You like if you ate it on it, I bet you that murders the shit out of your intestines.
I should get my phone and take a picture of this floor right now and show it to you. You know what? I'll grab it, I'll show everybody, and then we'll wrap this up. Just hang tight for 2 seconds.
Yeah, sure, man. So I hope you guys enjoyed Don, Tony, and Mish eating 2.5 chips, 2.5 Pocky chips. It's really not that bad, though, guys. I think a lot of people, you know, think that it's a lot more painful than it is. Don't get me wrong. It is hot. If you're not used to spicy foods, you're going to have to react to it, you know. Yeah. But I think most people that eat spicy foods or they're okay.
That's what it looks like right now. There's paper everywhere. There's paper everywhere. Let me see if I can take one more. Right. Oh, this is even better. That's what it looks like right now. I have that to look forward to tomorrow. Everywhere. It's everywhere. Right. It is everywhere. I blew that thing up before. Oh, man. I can't believe I'm burping and farting on this show. So you want to wrap it up?
I do that on every show, DT.
Yeah, I know, but I usually don't tell people. I usually mute it when I nail it. Oh, boy. Wow.
Good. This will be fun to share. Hope people fucking enjoyed this episode.
Yeah, look, it was to celebrate 10,000 subscribers. And
absolutely.
You know what? Maybe when we hit 20,000, we'll do another challenge. Or maybe we'll do 15,000. What do you want to do, 15,000 or 20? Not something like this, but I want to drink the cat shit coffee. I want to.
Oh, yeah, dude, I'll totally do 15,000.
Yeah,
I'll drink. I'll drink. See, I drink it. See, I'm weird anyways. People already think that I'm fucking nuts. People are already calling me a sadist. Dude, I'm not. I just really enjoy weird shit, and the cat shit coffee is amazing. I'm telling you, you'll love it, DT. You'll fucking love it.
I'm gonna get it, and I'm gonna bring my K-Cup machine in here. I'm gonna take it out of the bag, grind it, and brew it in here so people see it's the real coffee. Now I feel like I gotta sneeze.
Oh, don't. Make sure you use a different towel, dude. Just don't use the same shit you're putting the hell on yourself. Okay.
Even though there's paper, there's paper everywhere.
What are those chamois for, like, your car?
Yeah, I use these. I just got to remember which one I blew my nose in, so I don't want to wipe that.
Well, don't wash your car.
Here it comes. Oh my god, this is bad.
You're dying over there. You're dying.
I'm dying. It's not. It is what it is, man. But you know what? When we go to 15,000, when we get to 14,000, I'll start letting you all vote. In fact, that's what we'll do. We'll let everybody in YouTube land vote. You vote of what challenge you want to see us do next. Maybe we don't we'll wait to 15,000. We'll keep them special. We'll keep them special.
I don't care what, man. Come on. I've got some Teddy Hart rhymes over here,
Yeah, well, you know what? So that's what we'll do. We'll let everybody vote. So, man, I'm not cleaning this paper up tonight. I'm going to finish the show now, put this online before I start having disasters in the bathroom because, I'm sure, it's like, remember when they blew up, not Libya, Iraq? Like you had like the bombs and then it was just quiet. No, actually I got a better one. When you have a hurricane, you get the eye of the storm and it's sunny for about 5 minutes. And then all of a sudden you get like the tail end of the storm, which is even worse. Right now, I feel like I'm in the eye of the storm. So right now it feels like things are sunny, but something tells me a half hour from now, I'm going to be blowing it up in the bathroom.
I lied. There's a little bitty piece of chip left.
Yeah. Dels, I'm not. How am I ignoring you? I'm not ignoring anybody. I'm just a little bit like discombobulated right now. Now I feel a little bit warmer. My mouth is a lot better. It's a lot better. But I have the cramps in the stomach.
You'll be fine, dude. It's fine.
Yeah. So, Glass City Girl. Glass City Girl. Hey, you know what? If it made your Friday night, man, that's what matters, man. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Really do appreciate that. Ramby Savage, yeah, you're Ramby Savage's spirit animal.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Much love,
man. This was rough. This was rough, but.
Hey,
I know. You know me. We say we're going to do something. We always try to carry it through. I mean, there's so many people online that make promise after promise after promise, but and then they don't come through with it. So I felt once we committed on doing this, there's no turning back. So
right, absolutely.
Yeah, I think we should wrap it up. I know there's so many of you still out there watching, but I'm not kidding when I say this. I want to get this online as quickly as possible because something tells me this night is not going to be all that fun. I don't mean this was fun in a weird way, but later on tonight might not be fun. So
you're expecting the worst is yet to come.
I'm more worried about my stomach. Because to be honest with you, in reflection, this was bad. The mouth was bad. The heat, the sweating, my hands and my body was cold because of ice water and ice cream. But if the challenge, if it was only the burn in the mouth and I didn't have to worry about the stomach, I'd say, you know what, I probably would do it again, or do something else. But I'm telling you right now, I got cramps in my stomach, and it's not just
that bad.
You know why? Because I have no gallbladder, and I had the intestinal surgery.
I don't have a gallbladder either. I know I didn't have the surgery, but I'm just saying, like, Italian food tends to be very spicy. I'm really surprised that you're not like, this is another day
Well,
at
you
the
know what it is
job.
too. I'm on keto, so I don't eat carbs. I don't eat bread. I don't eat starch. I don't because I know a lot of
Italian
people eat.
sausage is spicy, man. I mean, you guys still use a lot of spices and everything.
Yeah. Anthony Diaz, Minority Report reunion. I don't know about that. I don't think we really want to reopen that box with Joey 924.
Right.
I don't wish him any ill will. I really don't. But hey, you know what? Never say never. Never say never. But anyway. What is that? Iced tea?
Yeah, a little iced tea, man.
Okay.
I had some stuff here just in case, but I didn't think I was going to need it. And I mean, I've already done 5 minutes plus, so it's like whatever.
So we'll do another challenge at 15,000. We'll let you all vote on what you want done. Maybe we'll do 2 challenges. Maybe we'll take 2 different challenges.
Maybe we could take a bat and put it in between 2 pots.
I will not try bat. No. You could try bat, and maybe that'll be the challenge for you, and for me, it'll be something else. So,
sure, man. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. But, Mish,
all right, guys.
Pleasure as always. Let me know tomorrow how your night was. Please let me know tomorrow how your night was. But
sure.
Much love, my friend. Thank you for taking part in this. And I'm telling you, I'm going to send this to Packy. They owe you something, man, because I've watched so many challenges over the last 2 months preparing myself mentally. I don't recall anybody, maybe one guy from ESPN that kind of no-sold it, but you could tell he was. But you, my God, props, man. Much love. Seriously.
Cool. Thank you.
Seriously, man. So, all right, Mish.
All right, guys.
Peace.
Take
care, my friend.
Love you.
All right. Everyone, much love. Going to jet out of here. And don't forget, Monday, you have the Don, Tony, and Kevin Castle show right here on YouTube. Next Wednesday will be Wednesday Night Don-O-Mite. And next Friday, I will be right here for the Don Tony Show once again. I'll launch those membership things probably tomorrow, if not Sunday. And we'll start putting some Q&As up here. Going to start doing some reaction videos. A lot of you have been asking for that. And once again, before you leave, if you enjoyed this episode, hit the like button. And let me know in the comment section. Was I a pussy? I mean, be honest. I take it. I won't get mad. I won't block anybody. How did I handle it compared to other people out there? Like I said, the burn is still there, but it's tolerable. But my stomach is what's getting me now. I mean, I've been doing this almost 23 years now. I don't think I've ever farted on the shows before. I might have done it once before we went live. Jono, other podcast hosts that I do shows with will not do this challenge because they don't do video. So it's impossible. It would be cool. I really wanted to get Lee from RCWR on here, and even Dells. They both took the challenge already. Problem is I use vMix software, and vMix software, you're only allowed 1 video connection. And if I want to add more video connections, I got to pay them like $350 more. Maybe it's worth it. Maybe it's worth putting that money together, and this way we can have 4, 5, 6 people on camera. It's a possibility, so we'll look into it. But I'll tell you, man, my honest advice, if you're thinking about doing this, unless there's a real big reason to do it, I wouldn't do it, seriously. But if you're doing it for charity, you're doing it because you hit a milestone, or, you're doing it as a challenge with others, that's different. But, in hindsight, I will be doing a show with Joey Numbers in the next couple of weeks. We wanted to get a little bit closer to election because we have totally different views on politics. So we wanted to get a little closer first, and we'll give everybody an opportunity to send in questions too. So, oh man, I would do a show with Jason. Absolutely. Jason wants to do an episode. Sure. Why not? So, all right, everybody, let me go. Let me get this online, and then let me go ship my brains out for the rest of the night. It's bad enough when I eat too much fat, I end up in the bathroom. So not only did I eat a whole entire thing of Rebel ice cream today, but I had an insane freaking chip and drank a half a gallon of water. So if that's not enough reason for me to be destroying that bathroom later, and then tomorrow I got to clean up all this paper. It is insane. I mean, if I actually showed you right now other areas, you wouldn't believe how much paper is around. But thank you, everybody. Much love. I hope you enjoyed this. And please, again, hit the like button. Send me your feedback. And I will catch you all again soon. Be well, everybody. Much love. Stay safe. Stay safe. Be very careful out there. I know things are getting a lot better, but, you know, if you want to go out, wear the mask, keep your distance, and stay safe. Much love, everybody. Take care. Ciao.